What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another Rent-A-Girlfriend review. We are on chapter 428, and by the looks of things, based off last chapter, this chapter is about to be an entire RUKA chapter, so we can just pre-game that this chapter is going to be like a 0 out of 10 already, man. This chapter is probably going to be like some absolute dog shit. We start off with seeing RUKA at her job, making the money, making the moolah, making the cash, you know what I'm saying, dude? Basically doing nothing for the story as per usual, being a shit character per usual. Actually, why can't she just, like, get off my screen already for the dead, like, why is she still here, man? I just don't understand. I've said this, I'm pretty sure I've said why is she still here for maybe every single RUKA chapter I've covered in my lifetime. And it's the same question every time. Why is RUKA still here? What does RUKA actually add to Rent-A-Girlfriend, bro? Absolutely nothing. But then UMI comes into the situation and he just like thinks he's cool or whatever. I don't really know what the fuck they're doing, honestly. I think they're about to like run a two-man and just like body Chizuru and Kazuya basically. Like Kazuya and Chizuru like have to like, they need to lock in. I'm not gonna lie, because this looks like it's about to go down. Deadass. Like, I don't know what's about to happen, man, but something's about to be bad going on here, man. We might get like a war arc. Deadass. Can we get like a Kazuya and Chizuru versus UMI and RUKA like boxing match or something? Like, I'm trying to just see them fight it out like people. And then we get our chapter title artwork thing, right? And it's probably the best thing I think I've ever seen in my life, which is RUKA crying, you know what I'm saying, dude? Nothing brings me happiness more than RUKA being sad about something, okay? Probably the top one, like, title page, you know what I'm saying, dude? This is, like, up there definitely in title pages, deadass. Anyway, we can obviously see that UMI is definitely trying to gain something out of this, right? He's obviously trying to like get Chizuru to fuck out of here with Kazuya and get with him, right? We know what I'm saying. So he's like recruiting RUKA, I guess, for this like battle they're about to go into. I don't really know what the fuck's about to happen, but it looks like RUKA just like does not want to be a part of any of this whatsoever. She constantly says that she does not trust UMI whatsoever, which is like respectable, you know what I'm saying? Because fuck UMI. Then RUKA recognizes UMI from like actress and, you know, being Chizuru's friend and stuff, right? And then they're like both congratulate each other on their parts in the movie, you know what I'm saying, dude? And then UMI just like gets right to it, man. He basically just asks, what's your relationship with Kazuya? And RUKA just starts like freaking out. I don't really know, man. UMI, you're a loser. RUKA, you're a loser. That's really all I need to know. And then we can see here, UMI's trying to like sweet talk his way into like recruiting RUKA on his team, you know what I'm saying? He says, I heard Chizuru and Kazuya are actually pretty close, which is like obvious. I don't really know how no one's gotten that. I mean, we're 400 plus chapters in the fucking thing now, guys. Like, how do you not know? How the fuck did these guys not know? Dead ass. I don't really know, like, we all knew that, I'm pretty sure. I thought we all knew that. So I guess RUKA is just like surprised by that, I guess, man. But they move on, I guess. And I mean, of course, RUKA looks disappointed by knowing that Kazuya and Chizuru are growing closer. And like, obviously, you know what I'm saying, dude? Of course, RUKA is disappointed. But like, did she not know that? Like, I would have assumed that she knew that. But apparently she didn't know that, apparently. I don't know. She's got the fucking, like, Arnold fucking fist on the bottom left, man. She might, like, go to war or something for it. Like, I don't know what the fuck's about to happen, man. All I know is that Kazuya and Chizuru are going to have to be playing that Wimby level defense. Some absolute ball knowledge defense to, like, block the RUKA and UMI tag team that's about to happen. And then UMI just keeps on pressuring RUKA, right? He mentions how he saw RUKA holding Kazuya's arm like a couple chapters ago, you know what I'm saying, dude? So UMI's basically just manipulating the entire game, bro. He's on some light Yagami shit. He's a fucking bum. That's all we really need to know, man. He's a loser. He should have given up so long ago, but he keeps on trying. Typical Rent-A-Girlfriend stuff, you know what I'm saying? But RUKA holds her ground. She's basically like, I don't fucking trust you at all, man. You're a bum. That's basically what she's saying, you know what I'm saying? And like, UMI just like still like sweet talking his way out of it, bro. Like, it is interesting to me how Chizuru and Umi are almost like the same person almost, right? They have that like different personality from what they actually are, you know what I'm saying? Umi puts up this like sweet front, but in reality, he's a loser, you know what I'm saying? And then Umi's like, I'm gonna do this for the girl I like, which is Chizuru. And Ruka just like doesn't even buy that. Ruka says that, girls, how many girls do you actually like, is what Ruka says right here. Basically, Ruka just like does not see any value in Umi at all, basically. I don't know if she just like sees right through him, or Umi's just a loser and Ruka thinks that Umi's a loser, or maybe Ruka just only cares about Kazuya. That's probably a combination of all fucking forever of them, you know what I'm saying, dude? Umi's a fucking loser. And then Ruka reminds Umi of how she does not trust him whatsoever. And then Umi's like, okay, bruh, I'm very loyal, you know what I'm saying, dude? So he kind of like glazes himself right there. And then like out of nowhere, Ruka gets like hella philosophical. She's like over here like, the world sucks, everyone sucks, there's cheaters out there, you know what I'm saying? Which is like, okay, Ruka, you are at the ripe age of like 19 or 20, you know what I'm saying, dude? Like, how about you enjoy your life? How about we enjoy life instead of getting all that philosophical shit immediately? But then something in Umi just like snaps, and he just like absolutely goes hella light Yagami on Ruka, and he mentions, what about Kazuya? You know what I'm saying, dude? Kazuya talks to multiple women. He doesn't just talk to, you know, Ruka. He talks to Chizuru, he talks to fucking Minnie, he talks to, you know, Sumi, all the bitches, you know what I'm saying, dude? So you're hating on those people, right? But Kazuya is that person technically. So it's like, how do you feel about Kazuya? And then Ruka tries to defend Kazuya, obviously, but Umi is just like locked in, you know what I'm saying, dude? He mentions how he's hit off both really good with Ruka and Chizuru, right? And how is he like different from the fake people you just mentioned, you know what I'm saying? So like technically Umi does have he has a case, you know what I'm saying? He's got reasoning here for what he's doing. So I mean, good on Umi, I guess. I don't really care. It looks like Ruka is gonna join Umi's team, you know what I'm saying? And then Ruka, you know, she gets all defensive. She mentions how it's like, how do you even know anything about any of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then Ruka just drops a bomb and mentions how Kazuya's technically her boyfriend, I guess. Umi acts surprised, but let's just be real here. Umi probably knew, you know what I'm saying, dude? He probably knew, you know what I'm saying? He's not some light Yagami shit, you know what I'm saying, dude? Ruka tries to take that back, but you've dropped it, you know what I'm saying, bro? You've dropped the ball, Ruka. It's over. It's GG's. And then Ruka mentions how it's becoming hard to keep the secret to herself, which makes sense. It's been like 300 chapters or something, so that makes sense to me, I guess, right? And then Ruka debates to herself if she should just drop the entire thing, you know what I'm saying? If she should just drop everything to Umi, because Umi already knows that Kazuya is technically Ruka's boyfriend, right? So if Umi knows already, should Ruka just tell Umi basically everything, which is what she's debating. And then Ruka goes back on the fact that Kazuya and Chizuru have been meeting each other, and then she mentions how like basically she thought that she was ready to like accept that fact, but it still hurts, which makes sense. And then Umi goes back on like his light Yagami shit, basically trying to recruit Ruka once again, man. I'm kind of ready for this 2v2 to go down right here, man. Like, who's gonna come out on top? You know what I'm saying, man? This is kind of getting interesting. And then Ruka like gets all depressed. She's mentioning how she'll never be able to top Chizuru, and like how Kazuya only has eyes for Chizuru, and I don't really know how she's like seeing this now. Like, you could have saw this forever ago when you could have given up forever ago. I mean, what are we doing basically? Like, I mean, it's been over, Ruka, bro. It's been over, man. Kazuya has expressed repeatedly that he does not like you like that, bro. And then Ruka like almost like breaks down a little bit here. We see how Ruka says that Umi and Chizuru are a perfect match, right? They're both actors. They both have similar interests. Like, why can't you just get with him? You know what I'm saying? That's really what Ruka's saying here. And she's just like, what about me? Like, what do I do? If I don't have Kazuya, what the fuck do I even do with my life anymore? You know what I'm saying, dude? So ultimately, it looks like we're going to like basically the end of RUKA almost here. RUKA mentions how Kazuya is the only one she has, which is weird because like, don't you have like a family? Like, have we even seen her family? I don't know, man. I'd like to see like a family for RUKA. I don't know, man. She needs something, you know what I'm saying? She needs something. Like, I don't want her to go out like lonely like that shit, you know what I'm saying, dude? But then she drops it. She officially drops it. RUKA, she says, I'm Kazuya's girlfriend to Umi, and Umi like acts surprised, but like he fucking knew already because Umi's a fucking like mastermind behind the scenes or some shit. RUKA then says, I'm his temporary girlfriend. So it looks to me like RUKA has finally, holy voice crack, finally accepted that she is like not the real girlfriend. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like, she shouldn't be doing this to Kazuya. She shouldn't be forcing Kazuya in these situations. You know what I'm saying? It looks like RUKA has finally like realized that she's in the wrong. But this chapter officially gets a 6 out of 10 on my rent-a-girlfriend scale. I actually really enjoyed this chapter for being a RUKA chapter, honestly. Going in, like I said, I thought I was going to hate it, but it was actually all right, honestly. Shout out to RUKA and Umi for putting on a good performance with some good dialogue. You know what I'm saying, man? It seems like RUKA has officially reached the realization that she has no chance. You know what I'm saying? She has zero chance. And it seems like RUKA is going to go out of her character. Like, this is the end. You know what I'm saying? She is reaching her conclusion. And it seems like she's going to go out with one last try to get Kazuya with, like, Umi by her side, I guess, man. I don't really know what's about to happen, man. It just seems like everything's about to go down, basically. It seems like everything's about to go down, but I mean, this was a good-ass chapter, man. The stakes are ramping up, bro. Umi seems to, like, be on some fucking, like, manipulating shit. I don't know, but I'll see all of you next Tuesday for another chapter.